Hello and welcome to another Samad review. My name is Coolpap and I'm reviewing the Focal Elear. Focal is a French manufacturer of headphones. They used to produce speakers and sound systems for a very long time before, and they have a very high reputation of extraordinary build quality and really good sound. Now also going into car audio, like so many of these high-end luxury speaker brands. So we have seen Burmeister, we have seen Bang & Olufsen, and we have seen others like McNevins and all of these stuff going into cars. Bose, of course, as well. They have released a couple of headphones a few years back, have now released two headphones. These are the flagship models. One is the Utopia, it's a $4,000 headphone, and one is the Elear. So I'm reviewing the Elear now, it's a $1,000 headphone, and explain to you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what my conclusion is about it. So let's start with explaining the headphone itself. So it comes in a beautiful case with standard accessories. For a headphone of this price range, you get the headphone, the cable, a manual and warranty card, and that's it. One cable. I would have liked a second cable, especially because this cable is a bit special, but more on that later. So the Elear is an open-backed circumaural headphone. It is routed into two cables on each ear cup, which then go to a Y-split and then into the rest of the cable. The headphone itself is, in my eyes, it's gorgeous. It's stunning. It looks and feels luxurious. Everywhere you touch, it's either extremely soft and well done and well stitched leather. It's lovely aluminium that is smooth and feels solid. It's great metal. It's and any kind of material you touch, it feels good. There's nothing that feels cheap. There's nothing that feels not as if this is not worth $1,000. It's really a tremendous headphone. It's lovely. So this is, I think, how a headphone of this price range really should feel haptically and also look. It's well designed, so you can't fault the headphone on that. So, what else can I say about this headphone? They have the ear cups. The ear cups are made of a microfiber and they're filled with memory foam. They're very comfortable. The ear cushions are really one of the most comfortable overall. This headphone is not light. It's around 450 grams, so it's not a light headphone, but it does feel like it disappears on your head to a certain extent, as much as half a kilo can disappear on your head, but it does, and it's because everything is so soft and the headband is made of memory foam and everything is of soft leather. The weight is distributed quite nicely, and it is very comfortable to wear. Maybe not as comfortable as the Sennheiser HD800S, but pretty close. But the star of the show is definitely the driver. So they have created an M-shaped dome speaker driver, 40 millimeters of an aluminium and magnesium blend, and it's all very scientific, and I have researched these drivers for years, and now they're on the market. And have they succeeded in producing some good sound? Oh yes, they did. I think they did. It is really down my alley in regards to sound quality and sound signature. It's a bit controversial to say, but I think it's like the Sennheiser HD650. So it's a polite, not too harsh or sibilant sound with a nice low bottom end, which has a great bass, a lot of extension. It really kicks nicely, has lots of punch. It's easy to drive. The mids are slightly recessed a bit. That makes the music sound a bit warm and full, and really, it's lovely. I think it is just a lovely headphone. As I said, sound signature, I think, similar to HD650 to my ears, but better in every regard. So it is something that if you are in the market for these kind of headphones that with a nice bottom end sound, warm, not too harsh in the treble, while they have lots of detail, they're not harsh. So it's a perfect balance there. So the impedance is 80 ohms. Power requirement is fairly low, though they can take a lot of power. They don't have to, so you can really power them nicely with even a mobile phone, though you need a different cable for that then, or a cable adapter. But they run well, but of course they scale also quite nicely with a good speaker. You hear the difference there as well. So what I like about them, right, these are gorgeous. Design, comfort, build quality, everything is outstanding. This is how it's done. This is a luxury headphone. It looks like it, period. What else do I like? It's easy, easy and removable. The cable is easy and removable. It has 3.5 millimeters connectors on each ear cup, which means making aftermarket ear cables will be very, very easy. So you can probably get some pretty early in the life cycle. I think all producers should go to these kind of connectors because they're just the simplest to do, and then it makes it just all standard. But well, they probably won't. Anyhow, and what I like about it is the sound. There's a lot of details without being sibilant. They're borderline to harshness, but they're not harsh. So that means they have enough detail without being strident. The lower ends, the bottom end is lovely. I like it. As I already told you, the HG650 signature, sort of. It's a round, coherent sound that is fun and engaging, but also satisfies all the audiophiles levels of detail retrieval and authenticity and the air between the instruments and all of these things. Now, what do I not like about this headphone? I don't like that the cable is as heavy as the headphone. You can't believe it. It's a 4-meter cable and it's really heavy. I couldn't believe it when I took it out of the box. I thought like, oh my God, this is heavy. The cable is so heavy. That means if you're sitting on your desk working on your computer and for some reason the cable slips from your desk, man, it yanks your head. So that's something where I think an aftermarket cable that is a bit shorter and maybe not as heavy would be advisable. But anyhow, for listening at home when you're on your sofa and just relaxing, I think it's okay. But the cable is in really good quality, no complaints there, just very heavy. Okay, for the sound, what I don't like, the soundstage is a bit missing. Usually with an open back headphone, meaning that the driver is not in a sealed ear cup, it's in an open, air goes through the ear cup, so it means that you hear outside noises as well as the sound bleeds a bit to the outside when you listen to music. For an open back headphone, I think the soundstage is rather small, which is a bit surprising. So a lot of the music is happening inside your head and around your head. So it's not that you have this huge soundstage that's very deep and broad like an HT6 800S or other headphones that have a big projection of sound. This is rather small and intimate. This is a matter of taste as well. It depends also which music you're listening to. For my kind of music, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I can see that for some people it might be a bit of a challenge. So better demo these headphones if you can, because this is something that you might need to do. I mean, it's not the tiniest soundstage by any stretch, but it is on a smaller size. At least that's what I heard. Anyhow, these are small nibbles. Altogether, I think this is an amazing headphone, and I'm really thinking very hard if I can justify getting it. So it's wonderful. It is just a joy to behold and to look at. And if you like full sounding music, which is coherent, engaging, proper fun in the bass area, this is it. If you're looking for a more expansive soundstage that's huge and a more analytical sound, maybe you want to check out the Sennheiser HD 800S. And if you like something that is sort of in between these two, maybe you check out the Hi-Fi Man Edition X version 2. That could also be a contender for it. But I didn't do a comparison test, so I'm saying this from memory, so take this with a grain of salt. But overall, I think for $1,000, if that's your budget, this is a serious contender you need to consider for sure. So thank you very much for your time, and bye-bye.